Hello, good morning. It is Saturday at the yarn shop, my favorite day. I have a coffee. I didn't go get a coffee yesterday like I mentioned, but this morning I made a stop at Adventurers Coffee. That's my local coffee shop. And what else? Oh, I was a few minutes late to the shop because I got stuck by our local train. My town is a very big train industry. We have a train museum. This is a big train hub, so it's very easy to get gridlocked by the trains. And so that happened to me, so I was a few minutes late, but that's all right because nobody was here waiting for me, so all good. So yeah, I have coffee. I am wearing knitwear. So this is not my sheer V. What is this? Wow, I just knit this. Goodness, it's by Jessie Made. I cannot think of the pattern design. That's crazy. But this, I just finished this not too long ago. This is my first time getting to wear it. This is Yarnaceous Fibers in the Vesuviant colorway, and it's her Salta fingering base held with her Cosmo Cash lace. So this is like cashmere. Hey, hey. My baby's like, come back on the other side of the baby gate. You want this? It's a super cropped sweater with a V on the front and the back. So I'm wearing it over a dress with some tights. And yeah, I'm excited to be wearing this. I don't think it's really my color. But it's a color that I love. So I'm going to wear it anyway. Excuse me. Okay, so now I'm back here where there's not very good lighting, but my daughter did not like me on the other side of the baby gate. So yeah, it's Saturday. I've already done my cleaning for the day to welcome people for the knitting group that we host back here on Saturdays. And it occurred to me today that today is my last work day before I go to my New York trip. So I have to make sure to bring home everything I'm going to need. My husband's unbearable hoodie, I need to bring that home, my Rhinebeck doodle cowl, and I'm going to cast on a new project to take on the trip. So I need to take care of those things today. Hi. My husband's going to pick up my daughter today, so I'll have a little bit of time, just like a couple of hours to do what I need to do. And I have one order to ship out, so it will be a fairly easy day to kick off kind of my vacation week. I'm so excited. So yeah, as a reminder, I'll be closed all of next week. My daughter is definitely wanting my attention, so I will talk to you guys soon. Okay, this is totally not glamorous, but I have a couple of sweaters outside drying. This is my love note that I knit sometime last year or the year before, and this one is just, I washed it yesterday and it's finishing up drying, so that's exciting. It's not pinned or anything because it's already perfect, so in fact I wouldn't even mind if it all sucked in a little bit. So it's definitely not pinned, it's just laid out flat and kind of smoothed out. But then this is my Avena, which I just finished, and you'll see that it's also not really pinned except for at the very top, because I knit the small size, but with superwash yarn and its ability to stretch, I didn't want this to get any bigger because it's like just right. So I'm wanting it to just kind of dry and again kind of like suck up a little bit if it can, but it's not warm outside, so I'm not sure how much it will do that. But the only thing that's tricky with this is the tubular bind off can get a little bit wavy when you just lay it out like this, but it'll be okay. So yeah, this is exciting. So I've talked at length in my podcast and a little bit yesterday about how the yarn for the yoke is a completely different dye lot than here, and you can really see it in the sunlight, but it's not as noticeable when it's on and also when it's not in the sunlight. I don't really care. I'm just happy to have it done, and I think it's beautiful anyway. And then I've got some yarn drying. Hi. Oh my goodness, I have had just the best day. I feel like every Saturday this just happens now. It's just such a joyful day because this is when everybody like visits and brings, you know, their knitting, and I get to meet lots of new people on Saturdays without fail. I always get a new customer or two or three on Saturdays, and it's just so fun to just see people and, you know, get to know people and seeing people's excitement when they come through the door and just getting to talk about all these things that we love. I just have so much fun on Saturdays, so I'm always like uplifted, and it really sets the tone for the rest of the week, or like the week to come. It's just a beautiful way to end my work week, and oh my gosh, just wow, a week from today it'll be New York Sheep and Wool, so I'll get to experience this like tenfold. My goodness. So yeah, it's been a great day. It's like 2:30 or so now. My knit group has come and gone. I've had lots of customers in and out today, so it's been a lot of fun. So something fun that I wanted to just mention real quick, a couple of customers who just left, some of my customers who just left, you may or may not know this about me, but I am a Star Wars cosplayer. My husband and I do, we've got Mandalorian armor, and the last time I recorded a podcast, actually, I was just about to go to the Birmingham Comic-Con, and we won first place with our, like, we won Best in Show first place. We got the cash prize and everything. We got a little trophy for our Mandalorian cosplay. I'll put a picture right here. And so that's something we love to do. And I also have a Shadow Trooper armor that I wear, and my husband has like a homebrew, like Sith kind of thing. But something we would both love to do eventually is join the 501st Legion. And that is, for those who aren't familiar, that is like an official cosplay group. They're super well known. So anytime you've ever been at an event and you've seen like stormtroopers and Darth Vader and all the different characters, Chewbacca. Those are usually 501st. Now you can obviously have offshoot. My husband and I are not part of like an official cosplay group. There's plenty of people who just do it on their own, but there's these groups, and the 501st is really cool, and they get invited to events, so they get to go trooping at like the one that we have here is about to go to the zoo, is what they were telling me. Anyway, long story short, I just had a couple of customers who are actually part of the 501st here in Birmingham, and we of course got to talking. They saw my car outside, and my car it's just covered in Star Wars stuff. So we got to talking, and they told me they were 501st, and he was wearing a 501st t-shirt. I didn't even notice when they were in here the first time before they came back in. Anyway, I'm excited. I've had coffee and talked about Star Wars and knitting all day. It's a good day. Anyway, he invited us to join their group, not the 501st, but the group like where they help prospective members to join and to figure out like official, because it's very detailed, which is why it can be difficult to join an official group. There's a lot of little things that you kind of have to get the costume just right and different stuff. So anyway, they were so sweet, and they're going to help us figure out our 501st stuff so we can join the official troop and get to go to events. And now the question is, who do I want to be? So I'm a Mandalorian already, which feels amazing. You feel so cool and powerful when you are dressed as a Mandalorian, and I don't take off the helmet, so I'm fully in character. I have like a voice amplifier, so people are always blown away. Now my voice is not super like raw like my husband, so it's not super intimidating, but it's fun. Anyway, I don't know who I'll be. I think my husband wants to be an Imperial officer. I think he wants to do like an Imperial officer cosplay for the 501st, and I think that would look great on him, and I can help him like sew it and everything, but I don't know who I would be. So my dream when I was a little girl was to be a stormtrooper. That was all I ever wanted. And I wanted like the real deal, like not anything store-bought, not something just hastily thrown together. I want like, you look at me and I'm a glossy stormtrooper. That's all I wanted. And then when I met my husband and we started doing cosplay together, I got to be a shadow trooper. So I have a like half-finished shadow trooper set. So I actually think it would be really fun to finish the shadow trooper and get it up to like standard and get to be a shadow trooper finally. I'm a little short for a stormtrooper, so I'd probably have to maybe look into wearing some kind of lifts to make me a little bit taller. Anyway, I don't know. I gotta think about that, but I'm excited. So it's been a fun day. Okay, the other really cool thing, my sweet, sweet friend Tammy, who comes every week for knitting group. She's like never missed knitting group. It's great. She is an amazing crocheter and knitter, but she is really experienced with making these beautiful crochet patterns that you've likely seen. I'm not familiar with the designer, but it's basically animals made out of little granny squares that are shaped in such a way that like all of the shaping for the toy comes with the granny square, basically. She has brought some in to show me. She is absolutely amazing at making these. And today she came with something for my daughter. Look at this. She made this for my daughter. This is so beautiful. It makes me so happy. And this is extra special because when my daughter was born, she actually also made a beautiful, beautiful crochet blanket out of this yarn for my daughter. So my daughter has, this is Kremka Soul Wool. It's the Kremka, it's like Reborn Soul Wool, which I carry here. And she got this light pink and this red color. She asked me what colors I wanted for the blanket. And I guess she had a little bit left over. And she surprised us with this today. It is so beautiful. So I feel extra loved. I mean, of course, it's for my daughter, but you know, this is a dear friend of mine and she took the time to make this for my daughter. So that makes me feel really just loved. So anyway, I just wanted to share that because it's beautiful and so special. So now she has this and it'll go with her matching blanket. I'm so happy. I get like this when I've had a good day. Like I feel like I'm kind of annoying when I've had a good day because I'm over the top joyful, but it balances out with a lot of the time I'm like very mellow and quiet, and so sometimes this comes out. So yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling happy. Okay, what else? This is going to be a chatty one today, I think. I hope you guys enjoy that. Okay, so today's my last day technically in the shop before I go to Rhinebeck next week, but I will probably pop by here at some point before I go just to make sure that any remaining orders that come in over the weekend are shipped out. Like, I actually just received an order 30 minutes ago and the post office is closed for the weekend, so I'll probably come in Monday afternoon and just make sure all my orders are shipped. So if you place an order with me today or tomorrow or Monday during the day, I should have it out before I go to New York. If you place it while I'm in New York, it won't ship until I get back, but I'll ship them right away when I do get back. Just FYI. So anyway, that said, I'm trying to make sure that I have everything I need for the trip so that I'm not forgetting anything. So I have like a couple of sweaters here that I need to pack, and socks, hand knits, obviously. But my husband's Rhinebeck sweater is here, so I need to make sure to bring that home. My daughter's Rhinebeck sweater is here, so I need to bring that home. I'm pretty much going to just bring all of my sweaters home because I still don't know what I'm going to wear exactly. So I need to consider that. So yeah, I need to make sure to bring all that stuff home. And I do have a couple of things I want to cast on. I definitely want to have like a special Rhinebeck project, something I work on because we're driving. It's a 16-hour drive one way. This time we are going to stop overnight. So it'll be 10 hours the first day of driving, and then like the remainder of the drive we'll do the following day. So I expect to do a lot of the driving overall because the last time we drove to New York, I did majority of the driving, and I'm okay with that. But my plan, so we're going to leave like probably 2 or 3 in the morning, start driving. That way my daughter can still sleep in the car and not have to she won't have to be concerned with the fact that she's in the car for a really long time. Anyway, wow, I'm really rambly. I do want to have some knitting for when I'm not driving. So I'm going to, of course, bring my MKAL. And I don't know if I'll bring my Agnete cardigan or not. I probably won't because I've come to terms with the fact that I'm obviously not going to finish it for Rhinebeck. That's okay. I might just leave it here because even though it's really easy, every row is easy. It's just one color brioche. You're increasing so many rows and you do it so many times. But remembering which row number I'm on, I don't feel like keeping up with. I could use a little mechanical row counter, but I just don't want to lose track and not make it the side I'm working on match the other side. So that one will probably stay here. So I want a couple of little simple projects to bring. I finished my Avena pullover, so I have no more stockinette knitting. There's a project I really, really need to cast on, but I'm going to wait until I come back, and that is the fall fall Stardew sock pattern by Oakwood Knits. I have one of the summer socks right here. I can show you. I'm doing her year-long make-long with all of the Stardew Valley sock patterns, and so we're in fall, of course, and actually the cast-on date was the first day of fall, so it's a couple weeks ago now. I knew I didn't have time for it then because I was doing another test knit, but when I get back, like the second that I get back from Rhinebeck, I'm going to cast on the fall socks, and that's been so difficult to not go ahead and cast on, but it's, the MKAL, and yeah, I want to wait until after Rhinebeck and I'm not overwhelmed anymore and I can enjoy it, because this is like the most fun thing ever to knit is these patterns, and the fall socks are so beautiful, so I can't wait to start that one. But there's a lot of yarn involved. I mean, it's like it's painterly. There's so many different motifs and colors, and so I don't want to take all that yarn with me. Anyway, are you still here? So I need to kind of come up with like a stockinette project. I might cast on some stockinette socks and maybe something like a musselburgh. I would love to work on a sweater because I'm a sweater knitter, that's my thing, but I don't know if I'll have time to get the sweater get a sweater to the point of being like easy knitting. I don't know. So maybe I'll cast on a Musselburgh hat and I'll get started on a sweater. And that way I can work on the sweater in the car when I'm not driving, when I have time to focus on it, and I can take like the Musselburgh hat around at the festival and, you know, other things I get up to. I need to hurry up and make these decisions. Oh, I've been really busy, so I haven't had time to think about the traveling. I mean, I've been planning this trip for months and months and months, so I have all of like the nuanced things down of where we're staying and things like that. But this year it feels different. I feel more overwhelmed because the shop has been a lot busier, and also having a 1-year-old, my mind is all over the place. So I don't know. I'm just gonna set low expectations for myself in terms of like, oh, I have to make sure I have the perfect outfit and the perfect project, and I'm just gonna not put that pressure on myself. So okay, I need to do stuff. Like what? I don't know. Oh, I need to print a sign for my front door in case anybody comes by who didn't see the newsletter I sent out or my website where it says I won't be here, just so people know that I'm in New York for the whole week. I need to print that sign. I think that's pretty much it. So yeah. All right. Wow, that was 14 minutes just about of me talking. I'm sorry. Or am I? I don't know. If you're here, maybe you enjoy this. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. I'm going to put in this separate little clip showing a spoiler for the Geogradient Stephen West MKAL Clue 2. Okay, spoiler alert. I'm about to show my Clue 2 progress. It's not revolutionary, okay? If you happen to see it, you're probably not going to be disappointed. Okay, here's the spoiler. Ta-da! So I am working on these little stripes. This was all my Clue 1, my modified Clue 1. It is. Anyway, modified Clue 1, and then this is all part of Clue 2. So I'm on 2 sides of the square right now. Once that's done, I'll be doing, the remainder is still on scrap yarn, and so it's still just like the raw stitches, the live stitches. That makes me uncomfortable. That word, the live stitches here. So I'll need to pick those up and do the same little border. And he did encourage us to do like a mohair dare, you know, adding in like a pop of mohair or a pop of color somewhere in here. And mine is kind of inconsequential. Like I could have done without this, but I decided to throw in some mohair because I happen to have mohair that looked like one of my colors. I don't have any mohair that looks like any of the other colors, not like caked up in my stash. I mean, I have things, but I'm not going to open a skein of yarn just for this. So I'm throwing in a little bit of mohair on my color A, which is this peony pink, and you can see it there, but this color is so light, and linen quill already has a natural kind of fuzz to it because of the alpaca and the linen. So it doesn't make a huge difference, this mohair, but you know, it's a way to kind of use something that I have in my stash. This is actually my Aura colorway, but it was from the first dye lot, which is a lot lighter and not as speckly as I do it now. So it looks just like this peony pink color. So it's adding a little bit of fuzz, not much, but you know, something a little special, I guess, and using up stash yarn. So yeah, that's my my Clue 2 so far. I've got my cute little donut on there. This is from Jenny. I can't remember what she calls her business right now, but she makes beautiful stitch markers, and I'll be at Rhinebeck with her. I'll see her there, and Brooke of PetiteKnits. We're all gonna meet up. They are technically my family members. You should look up PetiteKnits, and I have got to remember what she calls her business. Anyway, it's cute. So that's that. And oh, I wish this was not wrapped up. It's like all wrapped up on my cord right now, but I want to show you guys how big this is, because I know it looks so small in the pictures if you're not knitting this for yourself, and then you see it and you're like, wow, that's actually huge. So yeah, that's huge. Okay, earlier when I was trying to record and tell you about the sweater I'm wearing, I could not for the life of me remember what it was called. And then thankfully my friend April, who is smile_hard on Instagram, and she has a YouTube channel, she came into the shop and I was like, what's the name of this sweater? And she was like, it's the dye something. And I was like, ah, yes, diaphanous raglan. So that's what I'm wearing. It's the diaphanous raglan. It's cropped and it has big fluffy cashmere sleeves. It's fun. I'm packing up an order that just came in today. This is all ready to ship stuff, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these packaged and ready to go. This customer picked out 3 skeins of Coats & Co. This is her cottage sock base. It's a 75/25, and this is the earthy gray colorway, and it's just beautiful. Coats & Co., their tonals, just perfect. I love the way that they dye these, so I love carrying these in my shop. They're very happy, beautiful, consistent colors. So anyway, that's that. Right now my current shipping bags are these pink cheetah bags, which I love. They're fun. And I hope that they bring people joy when they see these show up in their mailbox. And then I fold a crane for every order that goes out. I decided to go with kind of an icy blue to go with this earthy gray. And a little business card. So I'm gonna get this in the mail. Oh my goodness, I have the complete Gnome collection set here. I'm trying to think of the best way to show you guys this. The camera's at a weird spot. I'll probably have to move the camera. But I'm about to put my labels on. And I just love these labels. So this artwork, my husband custom made this, and I'll show you guys the original in a second. But he made this for this collection that I did. So it's when I released this collection, I don't remember what month, but when I released this collection, it was a mini skein bundle set, and it did so well. Everybody really loved it, which really made me feel good on a multitude of levels, but especially just knowing that other people loved gnomes like this, like as much as I do. And so my husband custom made this guy to match the yarn bundle that I made. So here, I'll grab the artwork and show you guys. But here is the original, and it's in plastic, so I do apologize for the glare. But I need to work on getting this framed. My husband is an amazing illustrator. This is all hand-drawn, and then he colors it. He uses markers. That is his medium of choice. And you know, on the label, since the image is so small, you kind of lose some of these details, but up close, it's really beautiful. In fact, I haven't stopped and looked at this in a while, so I kind of forgot just how gorgeous some of these details, well, all of the details, but just the level of shading. I just think this is so stunning. So this was the inspiration for the Gnome collection, or rather the collection and the artwork inspired each other. So here we go. This was so fun and special to get to do this special order for the customer, and everything just turned out perfect. It turned out just like it was supposed to on the first try, and that's always a good feeling when you're dyeing something to order. So this one is called A Forest Home, and I think that because this room is so blue, this is changing colors on the camera, but it's a very lovely, like foresty, like a bright forest green, so not quite as dark as it looks on the camera. It's more of a green than a blue. On the camera it looks blue. All of these colors actually look a little bit different, but I think she'll be happy when she gets them in person. This one is called Gnome's Hat. It's that traditional red gnome's hat that I'm sure we all know and love. This one is called Mushroom Stew. It is a tan, pink, kind of neutral tonal. I love this color. This one is called Fox Friend. I think of like David the Gnome, which was a cartoon in, I think it was in the 80s, and he has a fox that he rides in that show, so that was my inspiration. The fox didn't make it into the artwork, but just in case you've wondered why I included this, it's a David the Gnome kind of reference. And this is called Weathered Tunic, which I absolutely love. I think it really depicts just that, a weathered tunic. So, I'm excited to put the labels on, and then let's just all be happy about this. I need to straighten up a little bit of the yarn, but let's all just appreciate this. I know I do. They look pretty fabulous on the counter. take to Rhinebeck this year. Oh my gosh, I have so many amazing things to choose from. I'm laying in a pile of knits right now. I don't know what to pick. If I just lay on the floor on top of everything, that might work. What do I pick? I'm loopy from planning. I don't know what to take. I have so many beautiful things. Obviously I'm taking this, my Rhinebeck doodle cowl. But then do I take La Prairie? Do I take one of my Stego sweaters? Do I take Sawyer? What do I take? Oh. I'm laying out all of the knits that I have at my shop. This is just what's at my shop. This is not even what's at my house. But I have to pick, I seriously have to pick just a couple of things to wear and to take with me. This is my husband's Rhinebeck sweater. I have a couple of ends to weave in. I finished this months ago, but I made him the unbearable hoodie by Les Garçons, and so he'll get to wear that. And he also has one other sweater, in some Brooklyn tweed. It's a mustard yellow. So he'll get to wear that and this one, and then those are some socks for him if he chooses to wear them. I have my La Prairie, which is beautiful, but it's not very autumnal. I've got this Stego sweater. I might take this. Well, I don't think I'll take this because I wouldn't wear it. I don't know. These are my hand-dyed yarns. This is Neutrino and this is Blue Velvet. And then I have this fabulous sweater. This is Sawyer by Sari Nordland. I loved this knit. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. But even though it has these beautiful rainbow tweed neps, it's not really very, I don't know, it doesn't stand out. So I don't know if this would be like a showstopper. It is, if you really look at it, very much so. It's gorgeous. This folded over collar. This is the Haiku Sueño tweed. I carried this in my shop, although I'm out of stock right now. Anyway, love this one, but I don't know if that's it. And then I have this magnificent neon pink Soldotna crop that I modified to have long sleeves. I knit this for the Barbie movie, and this one is definitely a showstopper, so I could bring this. This is my hand-dyed yarn. This is from my Barbie collection. The black is Sadness Garn Double Sunday, and then this is Wool Dreamers Dehesa de Barrera, and I carry all of those yarns in my shop, but I love that one. This is my Ocean Doodle Cowl test knit that I did for Jamie Lomax for Pacific Knit Co. And this is my Rhinebeck Doodle Cowl, which I will absolutely be bringing. This pattern will come out soon. Oh, I need to actually weigh this and give her my final measurements for the pattern test details. These are my Moon River socks, and I will definitely be bringing these. This is a pattern by Gabriella of Merryweather Knitting. Super stunning pattern. In fact, I'm thinking about doing a little giveaway when I get back from Rhinebeck for, this is my Moon River colorway. I was inspired by her pattern to dye this. So I might do a giveaway with a skein of this yarn on the BFL base and a copy of her pattern that I'll purchase and send out to whoever wins. So be on the lookout for that. I'm excited. I've had that in my mind for a while. I just haven't had a chance to do it. These are my lamplighter socks that I've never actually worn because they're so beautiful. So I may bring these. This would be cute, sticking out over some boots. This is my tuku pullover by the Petite Knitter. And this one I actually did knit for Rhinebeck, so I have to at least bring it. Now, I've checked the forecast, like the 10-day forecast, to see what the weather will be like. I don't know if it will be cool enough to wear this, but I'm going to bring it just in case, since I did knit it for Rhinebeck. So, still thinking about that. I have another Stego sweater. I have my Love Note. This one is like the perfect autumnal knit, and I have beautiful outfits in mind that I could wear this with, and I just washed it just in case I would bring it, so I think I'll bring this. I will probably end up wearing it. This is my Calville shawl, which is another pattern by Gabriella. Absolutely love this stunning knit. Perfect for autumn. So I may bring this one, and if I get a chance to wear like a pinafore style dress, I would drape this over my shoulders. It's so cottagey and just, I love this one. And it's so soft. This is Juniper Moon Farm Harriet. It's like an alpaca yarn. Incredibly soft. And that's pretty much all I have on the floor here, so I have to go through my knits at home too and decide. In terms of projects that I'm going to bring, I'm definitely bringing my Stephen West MKAL, which is in this labyrinth bag, but I'm about to transfer it over to this bag because I think it matches the project a little bit better. As silly as that is, I'm going to do it. And then in this bag, which I really haven't gotten to use yet because I haven't worked on anything small since I got this, but this was from Barley Pearls, and I super love this project bag. And inside, I have a little bit of a sock set waiting for me. This is the really cute fabric on the inside, by the way. So precious. So in here I have caked up a skein of my Chihiro colorway, and this was the mini that went with it. So I've been looking forward to knitting a pair of socks with this from my collection, my Spirited Away collection. So I'm going to start, I think, a project with that, and I have some sock needles in there. I do 9-inch circular, but I have some DPNs just in case. I'll have to put some stitch markers in here, and I have a darning needle. So I'm going to take that one along. This bag is small and handy, and it has I paid a little bit extra to get this kind of strap, so it'll be easy to take around. So that's at least those projects. I'm still deciding on everything else. Forgot that this was outside drying. That would have been sad had I left this outside. It is 90% dry. There's still a few spots that I can feel are kind of damp. So I can't try it on for today's video, and that's too bad since I just finished this yesterday, and I am very excited to try this on and just see how it turned out. I really want to, but I don't want to put it on while it's still wet, although I have been known to do that at times. But I want to make sure it doesn't stretch or anything. So I am going to leave this inside to finish drying. In fact, I think I'm going to flip it inside out because it's kind of the inside that's wet. But yeah, that's my Avena. Goodness, and I almost forgot that I'm going to bring this fabulous fluffy knitted hair bow. I don't know if I will get a chance to wear this, but I probably will. So this is my Aura colorway, and this is silk mohair and merino sock fingering held double. And I fastened it to one of these, so it should hold really well. But I love this super cute fluffy bow. It's a little bit extra, but oh, these look really nice together. But again, not super autumnal, so I don't know. But I could do this with my Calville shawl and wear a pinafore style dress. That would be really pretty. Well, first of all, it's hours since I've been home now, and I was spending time with my family, so I haven't recorded or knit or anything since I've been home. But now I'm finally taking a second to kind of go over my plans for the projects I was talking about earlier, and for my Chihiro set, I think I'm going to finally knit this beautiful pattern I've wanted to make called Cider House Socks by Summerlee Design Co. And I think this will be perfect. So this will be my little pop. This will be my little pop of, it's like a orangey red color. This will go as the stripe here in the cuff. I'll use some of this white, and this will be the main color for my sock. So it won't be like a high contrast between this and this, but I think this will be beautiful, and I've been wanting this pattern because I have a feeling that I want to make this in a bunch of colors, so I might as well go ahead and start with this one. I have been wanting to make this pattern for quite a while, so I'm looking forward to it. And I have other colors in mind for sure that I want to make as well. Anyway, I'm going to say goodnight. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Today was a long one, but it was a good day. Okay, bye.